Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Washington Commanders and the Baltimore Ravens. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Here we go.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He'll dump this off to Akers. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
2nd and 5. And it's intercepted. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass. So that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards. On first down, Fitzgerald. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 2nd and 7, Jackson. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he's brought down. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. His 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it, and the Ravens are going to take possession of the football.
And Brandon, how many times have we talked with these rookies out there, and then we finally hear from them that the game slowed down and they're able to handle things? Not so far for this rookie, because right now, back-to-back drives, they picked him off. Not college football anymore. He's got to find a way to handle what these defenses throw at him.
A gain of 3, second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
On second down, here's a keeper by the QB. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. 14 yards that time and a first down on the keeper. And this, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game. And all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
Call it a gain of 14 for the second play in a row. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Give him 3 on the gain there, second and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on second and goal. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Fitzgerald, and he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal.
He's already scored once. He definitely had his eyes wide open trying to get in there a second time, but I thought that was a really nice play defensively to deny him.
Yeah, it was. As you said, keeping him away from his second first-quarter touchdown there. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
Here comes the return from the very back of the end zone. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, Travis Kelce, the 40, 20, 10, touchdown, Washington. Travis Kelce. He has career touchdown number 78, tying him with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Charles, that's a pretty good response from a rookie quarterback. He's had his struggles in this game, including the interception on the last drive, but there he takes him down the field and puts it in the end zone.
I agree with everything you just said right there, and there's a silver lining to all of this, his resiliency, because let's face it, when things are going bad and you're a youngster, they often continue to go bad. But in his mind and his actions, he said this stops right here. And how about the positive play he just turned in?
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. They also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw complete there to Bateman. And in for the Ravens touchdown. That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive. And it seemed like they may be giving up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again. And you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo. Didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Now this is going to be returned from the back line of the end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, and this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety.
I'm not sure they mentioned it as a goal during the week or even talked about it in pregame, but the way they're playing right now, they want this game out of reach by halftime. Not only does the safety just demoralize the opposing offense, now your guys can run out there and try to add another 6 to their lead.
Our first look at the NFL scoreboard comes from Green Bay, and it's the Panthers there out to the early advantage. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at about the 32. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sport. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Jackson to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
On 3rd down, Jackson, and he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. David Ajabo running in to take him down. 4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. .40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return, and the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They, of course, coming into this one in the midst of a tough losing streak. They did get helped out by the open week last week, and in talking with him, all indications were, Charles, that was a very helpful break.
Yeah, I know a lot of teams, coaches, they hate taking time off in the midst of a losing streak because they think they have to stay on their toes and punch their way out of it. But occasionally, you get that open week, you step back, evaluate what's been going wrong, see what you can put in that can move you forward, and maybe you get a chance to breathe a little bit and kind of start over.
And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. 9 big yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Washington. Quez Watkins, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still, they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Now a handoff up the middle. Fitzgerald, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
The Ravens at 5-1 here in this early part of the season, and they coming off their very first loss of the season, suffered a week ago.
So now we can all take that chasing the 1972 Dolphins and take it and throw it right out the window, right? But let's face it, not many teams talk about that or even have interest in it. All they want to do right now is bounce back after that loss.
Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
He had to fight for every yard on that run, shook himself free of a tackle, and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Up the middle they go. It's Fitzgerald. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson.
Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. Jamin Davis able to record his 5th sack of the season.
The drive had started well after a punt last time. Now it's slowed down a bit, and let's face it, they don't want to punt the ball in back-to-back series. They want a sustained drive on this one.
Report! Hey, report!
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
That's taken in by Duvernay. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 22-yard line.
A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. But he's got his target, Harris. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by David Ojabo. The defense looked geared up to stop the run, but obviously, Charles, they were ready for the pass, too.
Yeah, they were hoping they could catch everyone crashing and playing the run, but that was a very ill-advised throw right there. The opportunity lost.
Out there setting ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Now the question, what do you do here? Time not really an issue. You got over a minute, but you figure from this spot you need a good 50, 60 yards to even consider a field goal try.
Yeah, so there's optimism there, but there's also a little bit of restraint, right? You got to make sure you don't take a sack here. Don't end up in the end zone. Ball gets stripped. You could give up 2 points in that occasion, or maybe even 6 if you can't get on it and recover it yourself. So make sure you protect the guy throwing the football if indeed that's the plan of attack.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And that is incomplete.
We know he has a lot of confidence in his arm and likes to force it downfield, but the coverage was tight there. Fortunate it wasn't picked off.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
That's a nice job there because you got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties. He's able to knock that one away.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
On the counter, this is Akers.
And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the first, right around the 15. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. That's taken it around the 40. It'll be a 41-yard punt, give them 5 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he fires one that's intercepted. Desmond King picks it.
And the Commanders are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line.
Well, those have been a problem for him all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football or you're going to cost your team chances.
Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give them 7 there on the first down carry. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll set up a throw. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams.
And the Ravens are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. After the interception, here's Jackson.
They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10.
The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson.
And this one nearly picked off. Kind of surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but get away it does, and it's 2nd down.
But one thing we certainly know, he likes to take those risks deep downfield during games, coverage or not. The coverage was there on that one. No catch, but he's also fortunate. No turnover either.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson. Finding Harris over the middle.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half.
And the half will begin with a touchback.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
After the sack on first down, Jackson steps away to his left. Oh, for the third time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Desmond King picks it, and the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
A chance of wasting this great starting field position. A real threat. This is third and long. Throwing the out route here, and it's complete to Kelsey. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a first and goal.
Okay, great.
And they'll try the option on first and goal. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
Now from the 7, here's second and goal. From the shotgun, here's a give to Akers. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
They'll look to throw on third and goal. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure to give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Well, the 3 points certainly helps, but you feel like, Charles, at this stage of the game, when you force those turnovers, you need to start converting them into touchdowns.
Yeah, I'm a little bit surprised myself because I thought in this situation they were thinking end zone or bust. Now they got to rely on their defense to get the ball back again for another opportunity to get 6 points.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
A good pickup there, 21 yards.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. Now a first down carry for Harris. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
13.
He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Dancing to his left. And his throw here's incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
To throw again on second down. Jackson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw it through contact and short of the sticks.
And the slot man goes in motion left.
Report. Hey, middle.
Now it's Jackson. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up fourth down.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. Tucker's kick is good, and that'll push the lead up to 8. So that one is his third of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, but 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Back to throw here. That's out to the flat for Akers. It'll go as a gain of 4. And 3rd and 8 now.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route. And he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. That offense trying to erase that deficit, get a little bit closer here and climb back into this game in the 3rd quarter. Instead, they further their disadvantage, Charles, with a pick 6.
And that defense came out willing to do anything necessary to defend that lead. I think they looked around the huddle and said, who's going to make the big play? Who's it going to be? And the person just ended up in the end zone with the football. He was the one that answered the bell.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Out there setting ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And my goodness, another interception. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football.
And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions. Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
On 2nd and 15 now. Jackson. Going to be caught downfield by Dotson. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. It's a gain of 34.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Now a handoff up the middle. Fitzgerald. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
On 2nd down, it's Fitzgerald. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
Well, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
He'll drop to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. He'll look to throw. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him. And what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation. And they took advantage of the young man right there.
They'll run on 1st down. Fitzgerald.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. 41 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries.
And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
A really nice effort that time. 12 yards on the keeper, picking up the first. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. On first down, he'll drop to throw. That's into the hands of Akers, complete. And a nice pickup there as he'll get about 9, and that will lead us to a stoppage here at the 2-minute warning.
Let's go now.
Second and 1. His throw incomplete. Well, we've talked about it, CD, but he bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Kyle Hamilton picks it, and the Ravens are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone, I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious. So you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And from the 4, they get it to the 8 on a pickup of 4.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On third down, it's Fitzgerald. 57 yards rushing for him now as he's done it on 19 carries. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
On first down, Fitzgerald. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Fitzgerald. And he'll be taken down here, and that is how this one is going to come to an end. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.